When was the last time you had an idea and then maybe there was something that stopped you because you had doubts or you heard a voice that gave you pause? I'm here to tell you there's no better time for you to dream a little bigger and don't let go. Welcome to Women Leaders on the Move, a HerCsuite radio podcast. I'm your host, Natalie Benamou, and every week I bring you real-world insights to help you navigate leadership, career transitions, and entrepreneurship, land a board role, and step into who you're meant to be, especially in the second half of your career. I'm also the founder of HerCsuite, a professional network for women leaders who come together to build the future. Today, it's all about you and your dreams and why you need to double down and don't let go. Let's dive in. When was the last time you let yourself daydream about the perfect day? I have a meditation I listen to. It's called Your Rockstar Day. And the meditation coach leads you through your ideal day from the moment you wake up until you close your eyes at night. You visualize every detail of the perfect day, so much so that you start by imagining the room you're in when you wake up. For me, I visualize an open space with windows open to the ocean and a lot of white, billowy fabric. I don't know why, but that's what I see. Too often, we allow messages in our heads to even stop seeing that and preventing us from living a rock star life. And it's not in the true definition of a performer, but really stepping into our highest vibration and our truest selves. Sometimes we have these ideas, whether it's through meditation or something else, and somewhere along the way, there's these things that get in our way and stops us. Have you ever felt like, is it too late for me? Do I have what it takes? Or maybe someone else is already doing this, so what's the point of me doing it? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. I get it. I've been there too, and we all have felt this. But here's what I want you to know. Your dreams deserve you to think bigger. They deserve you to pursue what you want to do, no matter what age you're at, your title, or where you are in your career journey. I can tell you that when I visualize with that rockstar day, I can see and feel things that I normally may not. I realize that my biggest dreams aren't just about achieving goals. They're about feeling fulfilled with purpose and impact. Sometimes when we're younger, we don't have limitations on our dreams. We feel like it's natural. And then there's things in society or in our careers or in our work that get in the way. And somehow we lose what it is that we want because it gets really noisy. That's why meditation is so important. It helps us to not hear the thing that's playing in our head that tells us to feel and think small. The truth is, in the second half of your career, you are more equipped to dream bigger more than ever because your experience, your wisdom, and your resilience is right where it needs to be. You're starting not from scratch, but from strength, from power, from what you know to be true. You might be thinking, it feels like things are pretty uncertain right now, and I don't want to be dreaming about anything. I want to just double down, keep moving forward without looking around. That's why now is really the perfect time. I've shared in other episodes about when there's a challenge, I often get excited about that feeling. There's a challenge and I'm ready to step in and solve it no matter what. And you know what? Now is a challenging time. And that is when you can think about what else is available to you. We're living in this moment where career paths are being rewritten. We don't have to do only one thing. I've talked here on HerCsuite Radio about this very thing, about living a portfolio life. Sometimes people don't know what that means. All it means is you're doing more than one thing, more than just working your career and your personal life. It's about doing things that really fill you up. And traditional timelines no longer really apply. We used to always be thinking about what are you going to do in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. But I'll tell you, women that have been working for over 20 years are thinking about doing a side hustle before they're ready, landing corporate board seats, launching into second and third careers at faster rates than ever. You can be part of this wave. I know you can. It's no longer about fitting into a mold. It's about creating what you can see for yourself. And more importantly, the world needs your leadership. It needs your voice and your vision for your future. People will relate to it and really embrace the ideas that you're sharing. Every time a woman steps into a bigger dream, she's creating a ripple effect for people around her and her family, community, colleagues. When you dream bigger, you're giving others permission to do the same. Now, let's talk a little bit about the things that might be holding you back and shrinking you into feeling small. It could be a fear of failure. It might be that you wonder if you're really the right person to do this, or it could be old stories on replay in your mind. And what should you be doing, or what are others doing, and what were you conditioned to think is what your truth should be? I want to tell you that we all admire things that other people are doing. Other women are feeling this too. They feel the voice, they hear the voice, men too. It's not really that you get those doubtful things that are getting you to not dream bigger. It's really about making bold decisions. And how do you mix that excitement with fear? There's an adrenaline that comes with fear. There's a moment where you're stepping out on stage and you're looking out at the audience, and then you can get really excited about what you're seeing and the smiles on people's faces. If you've ever been a speaker at a large conference, that's exactly what happens. I once was asked to be a speaker to 1,000 women without any notice. The person wasn't available who was supposed to speak. And I was tapped to say, "Hey, can you step in for her?" And sometimes you just have to do it anyway. And I did. And I loved the feeling of it. Once I got past the idea of, wow, there's a lot of people out there, I really resonated with the audience and I was able to deliver the topic that was needed at the time. Not everybody can feel that excitement and step into it, but it could be something that happens to you in your daily life where you're faced with an opportunity and you can step in and read the room and get excited and build on that momentum. It starts with having courage, moving that doubt to the back seat. The window shield in front of you is way bigger than the rear view mirror. And if you're looking forward, you will always have the things that you've done in your past to support you and lift you up. But I got to tell you, you have so much ahead of you, and dreaming bigger, that is one thing you can do as an act of courage. In a recent conversation with one of our members, Nancy Hedlund, I had the opportunity to talk to her about a lot of topics, not only about this idea of doing other things, but she's really the inspiration behind this episode. We were talking about our anthology coming up and also about what it feels like to step into your career when you don't have constraints. For both of us, we've been mothers and working a lot of hours and making sure that our family was well taken care of and our children could go to college. But after they've graduated, and that's where we are, we no longer have some of those financial responsibilities, and it really opens you up. Not everybody's in this phase, but I have to tell you that eventually you will be. And the exciting thing that I discovered in my conversation with her is not needing permission to do the things that we love and to live to our true north. This is the thing that can keep us moving forward. Three things that came out of that conversation are: you are already in the driver's seat and you need to understand and embrace that you get to determine your destination. You can be unapologetic and feel fulfilled in the pursuit of what really lifts you up in this season and in the future without a timeline of 1 year, 3 year, 5 years. It's really about seasons now. And what is it that you want to do? And lastly, thinking differently about what success looks like. I talked about how now, when we don't have the same constraints as we had earlier in our career, we're able to start doing things that really are different than what we ever could have imagined and reaching goals even bigger than we thought were possible. When I first started HerCsuite and I had this idea, I was filled with, is this going to work? How are people going to resonate with the idea of we can create our own seat at the table and surround ourselves with our own board of advisors? I was not sure if I would have people attend and come to programs and want to try things out. And I wondered if women would find value in what we were doing. There have been plenty of moments where I could have walked away and given up on big dreams. And every time I connect with a woman and she tells me this is exactly what I needed, it fuels me. It fuels me to know we together can lift each other up and help one another dream bigger. If I had let go of my dream of creating a professional community for women in the second half of our careers, none of it would exist today. Not this podcast, not our community, and not the lives that all of the members in HerCsuite are creating. You never know whose life will change because you dared to dream a little bigger. Maybe you're listening to this and you're thinking, you've had a dream, but you've put it on the back shelf. I want you to think about it's not too late to pick it back up. Sometimes dreams have seasons too, and they need time to marinate and come back. Sometimes you thought you left something on the side and then you come back to it and you're like, wow, that's a really good idea. I'm going to try that out. It might come in the form of an idea from someone else. You might have it pop into your head when you're meditating. Give yourself the grace to revisit old dreams and the freedom to think about new ones and something that fits where you are now. You are not the same person you were 10, 20, maybe even 30 years ago. And that's okay. It's a beautiful thing. Your dreams have evolved with you. I want to challenge you to think about reflecting today and ask yourself these questions. What would I dream if I knew I couldn't fail? What is one dream I've set aside that still tugs at my heart? Who in my life supports these dreams without judgment or without limitation? And what is one small step I can take this week to honor my bigger dream? Take a moment today, grab a journal, hit pause on this and write it down. And then, you know what? Share it with someone. Having that accountability is one of the most important things. And revisit it. You could send yourself a calendar reminder in 90 days and say, how are you coming on that dream you had? Make sure that you keep moving forward every day. And even when it feels hard, even when it feels like no one else understands, when the path isn't clear yet, your dreams matter. Your future may not all be written out for you, and you have everything you need already inside you to take this journey. You're not alone. And I'm so grateful to be alongside with you. I'm cheering you on. I want to remind you of what's possible about building those bigger dreams where women lead, thrive, and shape what comes next. If today's episode resonated with you, I hope that you will be an action taker, dream a little bigger, hold on tight, and don't let go. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you felt inspired to think bigger than you ever thought possible. And if you found this helpful, will you share it with a friend who might need this encouragement today? You never know what other people are going through, and she might be limiting her dreams, and you could ignite them for her. If you're looking for a place where other women can support you, I invite you to check out HerCsuite. We would love to have you in any of our programs. I want you to know you belong just where you are and in HerCsuite and surrounded by women who lift you up. Until next time, keep shining your light bright. The world needs you.